Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk movies, television, and wrestling. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Season 2, Episode 6. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Shari, I'm just leave a like. Comment below, let me know your thoughts on Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into it, shall we? So, yeah, we have really been enjoying this season here on the channel. I've been talking about it throughout the whole entire week, and just in case you are new, I will talk about it again, is that I have read the books of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and as the season has progressed, my memory is slowly starting to come back. But when I clicked play on this season, I lost all memory of the second book. And in a lot of ways, it's really a gift because, in season 1, the comparison was just so strong, and I felt like I was really coming hard on the first season where, not that I didn't enjoy it. I thought it was still good. I think it was a level up from the movie for sure, which again, I still defend that first movie quite a bit. But yeah, that second movie is a piece of crap. So all this show could do was go up for me. And to be able to just watch it and to be able to just appreciate all the choices that they can make within it has really elevated it. And ever since episode 4, I feel like they were really topping themselves. And here in episode 6, in a lot of ways, this felt like a penultimate episode. But it's not. We still have 2 weeks left, but I really like a lot of the structures that we are doing within the episode. A lot of choices that were made with Percy and Clarice, Luke, everyone, all the characters are placed in a way. And most shows attempt to do this, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They have characters make decisions that are just there to help push the story forward, right? It doesn't feel like this person would do this in that type of situation. It's not like that here in this episode. And even in this show overall, these characters and the decisions that they make, again, all make sense for of how they are. Every single decision really does feel character driven, as I struggle to say the word character. Is what I'm trying to say in this really long-winded explanation. I just really, really do appreciate that because, again, in some shows and in some movies, for that matter, it just feels like, well, we need to move the plot forward. So have this person do this just so we can get to the next scene. But this one, it really does feel like, hey, we're gonna map it out. This person makes this decision because this is what they think, and you can tell that because of the ride that you have gone on. The whole confrontation with the Golden Fleece, the real one, because I liked how polyamorous always had the fake one, and everyone was just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, so it was right there because he's a dumb Cyclops, and he used that to his advantage. We saw that last week that he turned out to actually be really smart, and that he was always 5 steps ahead of everyone. And, he kind of plays into it. I don't know within the sheep spot, which at first I thought was a little goofy. I'm not going to lie. Granted, I get it. It's a kids show. It's on Disney Plus, and there are kids in it. But when they were going bah bah, I love goofy television. I really do. Movies, television should never take themselves too seriously all the time. I like my serious stuff, but I also like my silly stuff quite a bit. Naked Gun was in top 15 movies of the year for me last year. But that one was one I was like, okay, come on. But when we go to the Cyclops point of view, I was like, okay, yeah, he is a little bit blinded. But to turn out, no, he knew I'm taking it as he knew they were there all the time. He was just playing along until they got in position, then he can attack them. So therefore, again, it makes it really smart. It feels very character-driven because, again, it was revealed. He is smart. He's already going to know what the plan is. He's looking for them. Okay, they're right there. I'm going to lead them over here, and then I'm going to go away, and then here I come back. Really, really appreciated that. I liked everything with Annabeth. Okay, he's going to get caught. I'm going to put the hat on. I guess he didn't see her. He is part blind at the end of the day. They're having a nice back and forth, and once he realizes, oh, they found the actual Golden Fleece, he's going over there to go after them. Annabeth tries to save the day, tries to cut him up, gets one good hit. She's knocked out, and she's about to be unconscious. And then this is when we get to my favorite scene of the whole entire show, because Luke comes back after her and Annabeth have a confrontation. If you've seen this show, you know how this is going to go. If you've seen this episode, you know how it's going to go. I'm not going to continue to recap it. But again, I love that whole thing of Nope, Clarice is grabbing the fleece. And I was on Clarice's side. I was like, this is your quest. If you give this fleece to Luke, Percy, I understand why you want to give it to her. Yeah, why you want to give it to him, because your friend's going to stay alive and you will do anything it takes to make sure your friend stays alive. And Grover being like, Annabeth's my friend. Come on, you got to give it to him. Let's not let Annabeth die here. But I was with Clarice, like, this is your quest. You do not let this get away from you. And she was like, no, I'm not going to give it away. And, and this choice here that Percy makes, I don't recall the actor's name. And again, when I go after actors' decisions and the way their faces look, because it's not fully on them, right? But I was not a fan of Percy's facial choice here. Again, the blocking, the execution of it, loved it. But his face here is trying to show this type of face. I'm pissed off that you told me no. This is why I don't like you. This is what we're doing whether you like it or not, right? It's that kind of face. But the way it was just like he was more pouty than, very stern and very like, this is what we're doing whether you like it or not. But again, that comes with age, but that's also on the director. Again, this is why I don't really necessarily go after actors' choices, because they can make that choice for all you want. But it's up to the director to go, cut. Okay, let's try that again. Percy, or whatever the actor's name, try like this. Or, hey, why'd you make that choice? Okay, interesting. I see where you're coming from, but let's try it like this. Try a few other takes, and then when you get to the post room and you're watching all these different takes, you got to choose which one's your best. And this is where the director thought was the best take, was that face. To me, I just disagree with it, and I felt it at that time, so therefore I do feel like I have to explain it here. Again, don't really necessarily like going after actors' choices, but when I feel it, I do have to talk about it. But yeah, he takes it because, again, this is what we're doing no matter what. Like that, gives it to Luke. And I thought Luke was going to run. I feel like this is the moment where, and again, everything's starting to come back to me, where, Luke makes his choice. I'm good or I'm evil. Because there's that constant debate of throughout the whole season, Percy going, Luke can't be redeemed. He's done. He's made his choice. He's laid his bet. He's going to fight with Kronos no matter what. And it's like, I have been with him for so long. I feel hope in some way, shape, or form. And he has that in his thing. I'm like, he's just going to leave. Because, again, I don't remember the book whatsoever. But then he does choose to save her. And I was like, wow, okay. So there is hope. But then he's like, nope, now we're immediately heading back to Kronos and to that ship. And I'm taking Annabeth with me because that's the person who he truly wants to be with. And he knows Percy will follow. Also, Tyson comes back, knew he wasn't necessarily dead. Did not recall that he gets some... not seahorses, but, they're seahorses, right? I do not recall that happening. That really felt like a, pitch meeting, super easy, barely an inconvenience, but hey, I'm all for it after he beats Polyamorous. No, we have a way. Hop on a horse. Let's head over there. And now I'm ready for this penultimate, man. I'm super excited. Again, every week it's just like, man, I cannot wait for next Wednesday to see what the next chapter is, and I cannot wait to record it and post it on the Thursday so that way so that way we could talk about it within the comments. So yeah, again, fantastic episode. Loved all the execution that we have done in it. Looking forward to next week. Can't wait to see how this all ends, especially since I can't remember it to save my life. Let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. Leave a like if you made it this far within a review. I do greatly appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button as I am trying to grow into my YouTube career. And don't forget to squeeze the days, guys, because life is too short not to give you also. Squeeze every opportunity that you can. Until next time, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.